So when I first thought about making this channel, one thing I really wanted to avoid doing was making response videos, or at least making too many of them, but I feel that this should be addressed. So this response video is in response to the recent video posted by Supermetaldave64, Nintendo NX, Your Honest Opinion Needed. Firstly, I'd like to say that Supermetaldave, I am a fan of your videos. I have watched your videos for quite some time now, and your channel and a few other people are the reason that I started this channel, so thank you for that. But obviously, because I'm making this video, that doesn't mean that I always agree with you, and that's okay, but I still felt like this is worth pointing out. So what am I getting at here? I'm getting at what Supermetaldave brought up in his video. In his video, he demonstrated how he does not believe, or at least does not strongly believe, in the Eurogamer rumor about the Nintendo NX's nature. What he used to back this was footage from an expo about a year ago in which a company revealed a product known as the Morpheus. For those of you who don't know, the Morpheus is a product that was shown off last year and is essentially exactly what the Eurogamer rumor claims a Nintendo NX is going to be. It's a tablet-like game console, or a tablet-like system with detachable controller segments on the side. It can stream to your TV. Literally what I said, it does everything that the NX does according to the Eurogamer rumor. So Supermetaldave used this to further solidify why he does not believe in the Eurogamer rumor. However, what I'm going to talk about today is the validity of using that as a means to disregard the Eurogamer rumor. Now, I'm pretty sure that Supermetaldave hasn't watched my videos. I mean, I just started this channel. I wouldn't expect most people to have at this point. So I'll explain it here. What I explained in my video is that even if you take out the Eurogamer rumor, most of the features that are listed in that rumor are already registered in patents by Nintendo. They are features that Nintendo has already paid to have used in their future hardware or future applications. So we know that Nintendo is planning to do something with a portable handheld system with detachable controller units, infrared cameras on the sides that presumably read those detachable handheld units. A supplemental computing device will probably be included in that family of hardware pieces, and the NX will most likely use game cartridges. That's pretty much confirmed at this point, honestly, with the whole skew about Breath of the Wild from GameStop and whatnot. Really, the only thing that gets completely removed from the picture when you take away the Eurogamer rumor is the NVIDIA Tegra chip, which really doesn't affect the nature of the device and more just how the device performs. So that's not really as important. But my point is that almost all the features of the hardware itself that were listed in the Eurogamer rumor are things that Nintendo has already paid to use. We know about these because, like I said in my video, these things are available for public display. That's how we know about these things. Now, Supermetaldave also mentioned that he does not believe that these things would work because they are not new, and Nintendo likes calling the NX a new concept, and people love thinking that it's going to be something incredibly revolutionary and whatnot. Well, here's the problem with that. Nintendo has always had a history of calling everything new that they try something new and revolutionary. Nintendo does not care what other companies have tried. They only care about what they are trying. If they haven't tried something, it may as well not exist to them. It's not until they do it that they call it new and revolutionary. You want a perfect example of this? There are plenty of niche console manufacturers and niche game designers that created peripherals very similar to the Wii Remote and whatnot before the Wii Remote became mainstream. But my biggest example, and the one that I still laugh about sometimes because I could not believe when I heard this, during a developer direct about Pikmin 3, Miyamoto said,
"So it's also the same with the bosses. The damage they take keeps piling up. So you can fight until it's almost sunset. And then if you think you might be able to finish it off, you don't have to go too far. You can step away and decide to finish it off in the morning. Then you go in, you beat it first thing, and decide what to do with the rest of your day. You can play at a pace that's similar to real life, so it doesn't feel like a stage in a game. It feels like we're onto something new."
You can't make this stuff up. I wish this was fake, but this is 100% real. Miyamoto actually said that. Giving enemies and bosses the ability to retain their health and damage overnight, according to Miyamoto, is something that's so revolutionary it doesn't even feel like he's playing a game anymore when he plays Pikmin 3. Well, let me tell you something, Miyamoto. As a Pikmin fan who waited 9 years for Pikmin 3, I could go all day and all night for the next 3 weeks explaining a lot of things that Pikmin 3 could have used. Of course, I'm not going to do that. Maybe a future video, but not in this one. My point is that Nintendo has had this bad habit for years now of calling pretty much everything they do something new, exciting, and a new way to play, and revolutionary, or any other type of word you want to use to describe it. So you can't really hold too much faith in Nintendo's claim that the NX is going to be something, quote-unquote, a new way to play. Honestly, if you're expecting something groundbreaking to come from the NX, you're probably going to be disappointed. I have my standards pretty low for most things, honestly. I'm just that kind of person. I'm excited to see what it will be. Whatever it will be, I'm pretty sure I will find something in it that I can appreciate, as should most people. Another thing is that Nintendo just simply isn't a niche company. There's a lot of niche companies, like I said earlier, that try little gimmicks and little things that wouldn't work because nobody knows who they are. But if a big company like Nintendo were to put their face on that idea, everyone would eat it up. I mean, I distinctly remember, before the Wii was a thing, there was some standalone game that my little sister owned. It was like a Lord of the Rings game where you had a motion controller shaped like the sword, and you'd fight off like the whatever it is you fight off in Lord of the Rings. What is it, like orcs or something? And it was basically a very early depiction of the Wii, but it was specifically a controller that was shaped like a giant sword. Of course, that didn't take off. Why? Because it was made by a niche company that I don't even know the name of. Nintendo comes out a few years later with something literally the same, except in the form of a small controller shaped like a remote. And it's one of the best-selling consoles of all time because Nintendo's name was on it. Everyone knew who it was. So even if Nintendo were to directly copy this and make this the NX, this Morpheus, I guarantee you that people would still eat it up. Nobody knows who this Morpheus thing is. I'm not sure where you found this out. I mean, I'm glad you showed it because this thing actually looks pretty cool. I would have loved to see this take off. Obviously, if Nintendo tries the same thing, I would love it even more because I could get my Nintendo games on such a cool little device. Obviously, if Nintendo were to do this, I would hope they would make it a little bit more attractive. The Morpheus looked kind of But the bottom line is that Nintendo usually doesn't really mean that they're trying something new and revolutionary. They just mean they're trying something new and revolutionary to them as a company, as in something they've never tried before. And even if the NX is basically exactly what the Morpheus was depicted to be, it's still going to bode well with more people than the Morpheus did because it has the Nintendo brand name on it. No one's going to care that some niche company a few years ago that no one's ever heard of tried to output the same thing when you have a big company like Nintendo trying to do it. And that's really all I have to say. I just wanted to make this video because I felt like that needed to be said, especially because ever since Supermetaldave posted that video, I've had people on my comments just echoing what he said and pretending to sound smart. So I figured I'd just post this to kind of address those people. But yeah, that's about it. Thanks for listening to this. My upcoming video, where I go in depth on reasons that the Wii U failed, should be coming out within a week. I hope to get it out before this Wednesday, but we'll see. In the meantime, thank you for watching.